of the, one would say, the second best team in Thailand, as we had Mirage, aka Olivia, drop a 30 bomb as well. And it's going to be Lucid Dream opting to start on the T side. They did have the choice aside. T-side and Mirage, of course, never too easy, but this is interesting. They have CBBK and they have Wannafly with all the utility towards A, while the rest of the players are making their way towards the B apartments.
Well, this could be one of two things. Either they're going to throw the utility to cause the rotations back to A and then head into B, or they might put pressure on B and show the bomb there and then head back towards A with the util. But this mid-round push from Mirage, I mean, aka Olivia, I think that's a good alias. That sounds nice and sort of dangerous compared to Olivia. You picture like a 6-year-old girl, regardless.
Why do you picture
Dream,
a 6-year-old girl?
I don't know. Look, I don't really want to talk about it. Regardless, Lucid Dream, they've actually made their way all the way into jungle. They're causing all these rotations, and now your boys on Lucid Dream are making their way out B. But they've lost a lot of players and haven't got any kills on these Alpha Red players. So as long as the retake is nice and clean, they've got the kid on STK so they can take that time.
Oh, they still think
they
it's
need to think that it's B. They need to realise that it's not the A bomb side anymore, Blair. But they haven't lost any picks just yet coming in for this retake. Here comes the fight in market.
Are they going to check that corner is the question. No one's checking it. The burst
What
fire.
is he doing?
Oh no! Oh no! He still gets the kill. He still gets the kill. What is that? He gets 3 kills after whiffing 3 bursts. That's insane. And Lucid Dream 3v5. They managed to get it. What a round. What a crazy round that was.
Never trust the burst fire. If that's not enough evidence for you, then I don't know what did I just witness. Alright, let's put it behind this player, okay? I don't want to talk about that round anymore.
Well, okay, let's look at...
The strategy worked for the most part. The thing is that they didn't get enough work done towards that A bomb site, which made it very, very hard for them. If, you know, Genius doesn't get away with that absolute BS, then that should have been a round for Alpha Red, in my opinion. No picks on towards A. Regardless, though, this force buy could be a little bit difficult for Lucid to deal with, a little bit easier now that Genius is pretty much taking mid-control by himself. QQ's opening things towards Palace. Yeah, you never expect that second player in Palace player, I'll tell you that, mate.
Well, you don't, but I do. Well, in the meantime, the Lucid, they have the man advantage, they have the weaponry advantage, and it's all on Alfred. And I think they're going to be going for a gamble stack here at this point. Or maybe not. Fox will peel away. They have a play towards mid. That is, of course, Meryl's. He's got an MP9. He's got a health as well to work with. But he needs to do a lot of work.
Does indeed. But if he finds the right timing, he can make himself a lot of money and make Lucid Dream's money. He's very, very sad. Mirage is just going to chill. No, never mind. He's made his way around towards B, so he's pretty much locked out of here. And that is not something you want to see if you're Olivia.
Life sucks. And then you die.
I think Alpha Red are just going to hold on to these weapons to do some damage in the next round, maybe get some exits and stuff like that, and then probably go for a buy in the following, which will give them pretty decent money and utility on this CT side. But if they're not doing damage to Lucid Dream, then Lucid Dream's economy is just going to start to build and build and build, and they're going to be able to string these buys together on the T side.
The problem for Alpha Red is every time I've seen them play Mirage, at least recently, they have, except against Greyhound, right? They usually have to rely on getting as many rounds as they can on the CT side. And that could be a problem here. If Lucid Dream can get to like 5 or 6 rounds, or even just 5 rounds on the T side, I think that could pretty much guarantee them the win here. Because Alpha Red's T side, it was so lacking that they're going to need at least a couple of months of work to figure out what they have to do.
Well, maybe so, or maybe you're wrong and they've figured it out overnight. Who knows?
Who really
I guess
knows?
We're going to find out in this game in particular. Regardless, though, Alpha Red going to take another save. How many Mach 10 kills will these boys on Lucid get themselves? Because that's a lot of cash and potential to be earned. Fox and Mirage, though, stacked up over towards this A bomb site. I like that they're keeping the weapons over there stacked in with the rest of the USPs. Draw the fire. Olivia's just gathering some info over towards B. In comes the Exy.
Oh no, he's blinded. But Fox with the Deagle. He just finds one. He's going to get taken down. It's all on KNTZ, who gets another frag, somehow still dodging the bullets, and will somehow try to stay alive while waiting for backup in the form of Mr. Olivia, who we all know is dangerous, can do a lot of work, but he just has a USP to work with. Bomb is going to get... Oh! He gets saved! And PTC... Mr. Patricia is coming to rescue, but that was an expensive round indeed. But then again, I think they just lost 3 Mach 10s, so not going to be too worried about that.
Yeah, you're right. 1 AK lost and some Mach 10s and armor, but still it's going to be money that's been spent on the armor and rebuying all that weaponry. So now Alpha Red, exactly what you said. So many orgs on the board and utility and the AWP, which is probably why they went for the Force in the second. They need that strong money to rely on this, rely on to be able to buy this expensive weaponry. A little bit of aggression in mid doesn't really get Alpha Red too much, as this is a pretty extensive mid take with a lot of flashes and smokes out of Lucid Dream. And I mean, they've smoked off the top of Con. I feel like they're trying to wind up a short split, but with the bomb in T-spawn, one player over towards Palace, that's pretty unlikely. 2 players in the window this early on. I don't think you're ever going to expect that, Blair.
Ooh, what a shot from Genius. STK actually had a drop on him. And yeah, he's not going to expect 2 players. He's going to go for the knife. No, he doesn't. Patricius will finally put Olivia down. Whoa. And trades definitely going in the favor of Lucid Dream, and Merrill and Fox at this point might as well just go for the save.
They're crazy. The double jump into window. What if Old Mate's playing the left side of window there? Like, you just both die, but they take the risk. They know
things you don't.
Yeah, okay. Maybe they do. Maybe that's why they're pro players, Blair, and I'm just a lowly caster / very weak analyst, or something along those lines.
Are you calling me a weak analyst?
I wouldn't call you anything, Blair, except, well, at least not on broadcast.
Yeah, you have called me some very spicy things in our private chats. Ooh. But yeah, it's going to be 4-0 for Lucid Dream. Meryl's missing a shot there, and look at PTC. He is hungry for a frag, and he knows where Meryl is. He has a very good inkling where he might be, and he's going to go for the peek. The shoulder peekaboo, and that's all that's going to be for Meryl. Every gun lost, nothing saved, and it is going to be round number 4. 4-0 once again.
And that looked like a pretty good understanding of the T side there from Lucid, just the way that they were playing around with those rotations, the way that the wing or lurking players were able to hit the timings onto the A bomb site off that mid pressure that was created. Good mid take with extensive flashes and smokes into the right position, and that's exactly what you want to be seeing. Bit of a contrast there between the T side of Dust 2 and the T side of Mirage Blair. And the thing that's going to be very annoying for Alpha Red to be dealing with is, how do you react to a round like that where they just, in the first gun round, double jump into window and just completely mess you up, basically,
But I do like that from Lucid Dream, right? There's one thing that was lacking like crazy on the Dust 2 stuff is how, especially on the buy rounds against another buy round, they were so very hesitant, and this was very decisive, and I think that is what they needed to change up.
And it was layered as well. There was lots of depth to what they were doing, the mid-pressure created the rotations and the pressure, which they were able to take advantage over towards the A Palace area and stuff like that. Now Lucid Dream going to be walking into some kind of a stack against these pistols. But if they play their cards right, they shouldn't get absolutely wrecked.
Right, walk on out coming in from Genius. He is going to be... They don't spot him out. They spot him, but it doesn't matter. KNT's up with a beautiful shot. And Mirage picks up a double out of nowhere like a magician. And just like that, it's going to be a 4v2. All the weaponry advantage still with Lucid Dream. As WannaFly does finally manage to burn KNT's alive. But look at where the bomb is. It's dropped all by its lonesome. And they just continue to pressure here. I like what Alpha Red's doing. They're not allowing Lucid Dream to kind of like fall on back and regroup. And both of them are just trapped here. And they're so paranoid that someone might be coming in from behind.
Yeah, bit of a mistake here from Lucid Dream trying to run out dry on A. But the trades aren't good. The spacing's not good for Alpha Red. Never mind. They're running in to get these trades. And WannaFly solo in the ramp. A 2-on-1. They fall back into some better positions. Good stuff from Alpha Red. Good protocols in place to make sure they're trading each other out and not throwing away all their hard work from that A stack in the particular. I mean, it used to be quite a popular way to anti-eco to just walk out A on this map, but the difference is that you don't just keep walking out A. You walk out A, and then you throw some Molotovs to flush out some of those positions, and then, maybe throw an on-the-fly smoke to CT or onto stairs or over towards wherever. Not like they did it. You can't just walk out and hope there's no one in sandwich and then just get absolutely wrecked, and that's exactly why, especially that close position in towards Palace where he's swinging with a CZ, but that Molotov right from the start of the round allows Olivia to get the first pick.
That was... I don't think the observer caught that, but I think that was such a great move from Olivia. He just ran on in, and he just threw the Molotov, banked it off through Murder Hole. and ensure that the smoke got extinguished and gave him and get the mid smoke from the teams and gave him a one way to get an opening pick. Small little nuances in the way this guy plays is something which sets him apart from the rest of the Thai scene.
Yeah, and that's a nice little adaptation within one gun round to realize that Lucid Dream, they throw those smokes from T-spawn, and he takes advantage of that with just that small little play. And now Lucid Dream going to try to consolidate this round by walking out the B apartments.
Oh no, Mayrolls. Well, he makes up for it, he finds one, will get blinded, but there's another player right there, and it is going to be Fox and Mirage holding down the fort. Alpha Red, they win 2 in a row, and luckily for them, they keep everyone alive apart from Mayrolls, so that's pretty good. Firstly, they win an eco round, and then they just lose one player on their buy round.
And that was a very early buy coming out of Genius there. I don't think he really checked tab very quickly enough, and unfortunately, him purchasing an AK is going to put the rest of his team in a position where they kind of have to follow suit regardless of how their money looks like, which is going to mean your boy CBBK and Wanna Fly are going to have to make do with the lesser weaponry.
We've seen what they can do with Glocks,
so... Contested A ramp here, Blair.
This could
so many players here.
Really, really messy for both the teams.
And anticlimactic, as you would expect. Nothing happens. Although, as soon as this exit comes out, there's so many Alpha Red players here already on the bomb site.
Oh, that Dink, the genius. It's going to run on out. The KNTZ will get taken down. Mirage, though, with the op. Long distance from triple. He is holding down the fort. QQ, waiting for the flames to fade away before he goes to the plate. Nice flashbang, but it really won't work out. PTC with the trade. They know where one player is, and it's STK. But PTC, a lot of work to do. 1v3 to a 1v2, and Mayrolls will make sure that's all he'll do.
And that's why that kind of a play just isn't going to work for you when the CT's money is so good, especially off the back of winning that half buy. Those Molotovs really cut those Lucid players in half, and although they were able to hit some sharp shots that made the round look more convincing than it should have been, that was never going to work. You know, the amount of time that were bought for the rotations to come out as a result of those Molotovs coming out due to the good economy of the CTs really changed the way that round worked around, and it's good to see Wanna Fly literally fly out A ramp with the CZ and find himself a pick, and the good trades and the sharp shots from PTC.
Oh, that's a very, very nice push coming out. Flashbang was great, but then they didn't really account for Fox, who picks up 3 kills. KNTZ was saved by Fox initially towards Connector, because when he just came barreling up, the flashbang was perfection. But Alpha Red actually looking to, you know, hold mid a little bit more aggressively than I've ever seen them do recently on Mirage. So a little bit of adaptation, one would say, by Alpha Red here. Yeah,
potentially. I mean, Lucid Dream put a lot of emphasis in both gun rounds over towards middle. I wouldn't really count that last little force there as heavily in terms of, you know, going towards A. They kind of had to do that due to how lacking their utility was and how lackluster their buy was. So Alpha Red actively holding mid based on what they've seen from Lucid Dream in the gun rounds. I like what I'm seeing. 2-man setup in towards Palace, really looking for picks on the extremities here for Lucid Dream. They've got 2 players working towards A and B, actively trying to find themselves an advantage rather than putting pressure and emphasis over towards middle, which is something you don't really see too often.
I think that's kind of like a little bit of a missmoke there.
Yeah, potentially. Now they're going to walk out underpass, try to find an advantage by either boosting to see catwalk or boosting to look into jungle, or even just boosting in the window and seeing if they can get away with that one again. There's a good pick out Palace from PTC that puts them in a pretty good situation rather at this point. But look at Alpha Red and how they're reacting. They completely leave that B bomb site open except for Fox. So there's potential if these CTs find the right timings here, particularly Mayrolls in the left side of window and Olivia getting all picks for them to get back into this round, and they're in pretty good positions to rotate.
See, the bomb finally will get picked up. 36 seconds on the clock. They don't have much time to work with. Mayrolls put a perfectly timed peek. He just finds one, however, and KNTZ, he has a lot of work to do. And the smoke will dissipate towards Connected. The play is going to be coming in, and we still have a player there that is going to be Fox. Holding the line. The A play comes in. They don't even check towards Shadow. Now they know where a player is. And KNTZ is allowed to get 2 kills and get away with murder. CBBK replies back, but they're not ready for this, man. It's going to be Olivia! Oh. And PTC just like playing Mario with a big green gun. But Olivia is going to land a no-scope right in his face. And 5 rounds in a row for Alpha Red.
And that was the same thing as that A execute. In particular, they spent so much time setting that up, even after they found the pick, that the rotations were great from Alpha Red. They were putting themselves in the perfect position to be able to come back into the round. That B player was able to rotate around through short, and I thought he was going to get so much more work done than he actually did. But regardless, I mean, not checking KNTZ was a big, big misplay in that round in particular. And now the half buyout from Lucid Dream, they're going to go for this B execute. But I don't know how that's going to work with Mirage and Fox, how much utility they have.
Oh, well, just waiting for the smokes to really bloom before they go for the play. And this Tech9 can actually do what? All right, then. Olivia, he's just not slowing down anytime soon. He's looking for more, and it's all in QQ, and Olivia has come to play today,
Olivia, or is that like Guardian? I can't tell the difference right now. Those were shots that he's hitting are so quick.
I really wanted to see the second shot from his POV.
Oh my god, absolutely. But I can't blame the observer for following these CZs in. If I'd seen that, you know, that situation, I'd be like, yeah, there's no way he gets away with this. They're dead. Like, they've got too far into the bomb site now, Blair. The CZs have got up close. They've got in pre position. Nah, my name's Olivia. I hit every shot I take, and
yeah, that was just nasty. Just 100%. Nasty stuff from him. And with that, Alpha Red, look at the re-aggression. I love this. There's no need for him to continue to peek around, and of course KNTZ will continue to re-aggress. He does get punished for it, and QQ now opening up the side, but look who we got here. It's Olivia once more with the AWP, but QQ replies back. Triple kill for him before he finally gets put into the ground. And what is even going on here? The B bomb site is completely empty, but the bomb is stuck towards A Palace. This is complete chaos.
I'm not really sure what's going on at all. Exactly like you.
Listen, man, I'm just doing play-by-play over here. So.
They're all fighting one by one. They have a 3-on-2 advantage. They have so much map control. They're planning on A in the open. That's going to put PTC in a great post plant to be able to close this round out. Yeah, they still think it's B. So this is probably going to work fantastically, especially with the position that Genius is in over towards short. He could shoot one of these CTs in the side as they try to scramble to get back towards A in time.
Is this probably the greatest unintentional fake?
Yeah, accidental genius. That's what it was, really, wasn't it? It's like when you do that really important exam, like whatever it is in America, they have their name for it or whatever. Yeah. And you know that formula where you just do like A, B, B, C, A, B, like whatever, and you just get full marks on the test. It's like, I didn't even study for this one, mate. I just I hope for the best. I put in random answers, and it's all worked out beautifully, 100%.
We're just that good.
Yep.
Well, 6-5, though. As Lucid do finally manage to break the streak. But Alpha Red, of course, they have enough for the buy, but the money is kinda in a rough spot. KNTZ again!
It just don't stop. And these two, STK and KNTZ, they were doing really, really good flash plays on Dust 2 as a duo over towards that A side as well. So, you know, they might have a little bit of the chemistry going on there between those two lads. There's the smokes on towards the A side, which might create space for your boy Genius and QQ to walk out of underpass and create a bit of a ruckus towards window or connector there. However, Alpha Red, they're playing very passively towards this area in particular. You got Fox, he's watching the murder hole. He's probably going to shoot old mate QQ. Look at this off angle. Beautiful stuff.
That got a little too, yeah, it looked a little shaky there. But, yeah. 5v2 and Olivia. I mean, you know what? I'm not going to question whatever he does. It just.
This is correct. We're watching Olivia, so it's right.
It's right. It's always right. And nice shot for PDC. Decapitates KNTZ through the edge of the box, and he knows a pick's coming in. He reads Olivia perfectly, and it's all on the man. He finds another one on 17 HP, and he's hungry for more. He can smell the blood. Oh. If he landed that would be sick, but Merrill would finally put his reign of terror to an end.
These AWPers are just not missing tonight, Blair. At least not on this map. Actually, I watched in the Group A, the Australian teams, it would be the complete opposite. The two AWPers would go for a duel with each other. They would both whiff or leg each other and then run away back home to mum. In these Thai AWPers, complete opposite, mate. They click. When they click, it's hitting someone.
Well, that's a beautiful thing, and also the painful thing sometimes is if only...
Look at him go! He runs out ramp. What?
I'm surprised he wasn't called out. He should have heard that. What is going on?
What is this? BTC's playing like a normal FPL game against like level 5s right now. He's just running around doing whatever he wants, Blair.
This is obscene.
Murdering everybody. Alpha Red. What's the answer to that? The answer is, I don't know either, to be honest, lads.
You know what? some of these plays might be questionable, some of these rounds might be very questionable, and some of the decision-making might not make any sense, but you know what?
Oh,
These shots are legit.
I haven't seen anything like that, honestly. Not even, you know.
Really? I thought you watched Automation CS.
Yeah.
I'm used to this.
Look, I haven't seen this series in particular has been crazy, and I'm pretty sure I've seen these two exact teams already play each other in that IM Sydney qualifier quite a while ago, but it was not wild like this.
This is, it's been a wild ride, ladies and gentlemen, but you know what? I'm enjoying every bit of it. And although Mitch sounds like he is dying and also that, you know, he hasn't seen anything like it, he is definitely enjoying. I can see like an evil grin on his face at the moment. But yeah, PTC, I mean, what do you do when someone does that to you?
I feel like that, like it's just him and Olivia trying to one-up each other at this point. That's all it is. I'm not even interested in the rest of the game. I don't care what else is going on. Like, honestly, can the other 4 players from each team just disconnect? Can we just go to some kind of like Blast Pro or 1v1 between these two and just decide who wins the series based off that? Is that allowed? Is that in the rules?
Yeah, even if you don't have that, like, you know, I'm not a big fan of split screens.
Can we amend the rules halfway through the series?
I don't
Is that
mind.
allowed?
I really don't mind. Or at least like have a split screen where it's just literally their POVs and maybe a tiny little minimap on the side.
Look,
I don't mind that.
We've got 3 monitors here, Blair, so you can pick one of them on your monitor. I'll have the other one on my monitor. And look, let's just disregard the middle screen at this point. That could be the approach. Oh, I like this from Alpha. The smoke into the underpass and the boost up could really work wonders against his mid control coming out. But how does Genius hit that, mate?
Because he's a genius. And oh, it's gonna give it away. And there we go. Mirage will push in. The sheer aggression. We were complaining about this, by the way. There was lack of aggression at T-Stab, but this is literally what happens. We talk about like an unstoppable force and an immovable object, and this is literally 2 comets colliding. And one of the comets called PTC, the other one's called Olivia. Well, Alfred do finally, however, strike back, as it is once again going to be Mr. Patricius all alone with the AWP. Look at the sheer speed, but he will finally be found out. He's actually human. He misses the shot.
Yeah, but to be fair, Blair didn't really look like he was going for that round. I think he was playing some kind of KZ course or something, trying to set his best time. You can't be taking shots on CTs if you're trying to set a sick time, bro. But anyway, now Lucid Dream, they got to buy up into this round in particular. They've got plenty of money. They can try to go for that mid control again, but Alpha Red has been so good at shutting that down and being really disruptive to them. Alpha Red in particular found so many advantages in these mid rounds, going for aggression in certain parts of the map. That's like the millionth time they've gone aggressive on A ramp in this half alone, and Lucid still are so scared. They're like, no, please, STK, KNTC, stop, leave me alone.
And then, of course, Mr. PDC comes in with that op and just shreds them to pieces. But for now, again, counter flashes, counter Molotov. They're using up so much utility, but the thing is, it's going to favor the T side because 1 minute and 18 seconds on the clock. And if you look at the players on that A bomb side, it is KNTZ, it is Mirage, and it is SDK, and they have 2 flashbacks remaining.
They do indeed, and there's still a lot of an A set up over here towards well, A for Alpha, and what a nice one-way coming out from KNTZ. There's no way Genius can be ready for that. Regardless, they're going to go for this exec into the A bomb side, but he goes forward, not back, Blair.
Well, that's how we play in Asia. Hold W and left click and just let your gun do the talking as Pirach finds Patricius. And it's all on Mr. QQ, and beautiful shot onto Pirach. Even gets a tag in. Op comes out. Smoke, he rattled off a shot, he knows where he is, he spots another player up and he misses the shot, and Merrills will land the headshot through the edge of the box, and that is going to be the half. Will actually go the way of Alpha Red at the end.
It did indeed, and you said they were going to be really active on this mid area of the map on the CT side. It's worked out beautifully for them. These A pushes really catching your boys over on Lucid off guard.
Well, to see how this game, how this map is going to pan out, we're going to be heading to the second half, but before that, we got a small little quick break. Welcome back, everyone, and we are warming up into the second half here, and what has been one barn burner of a game. You can see the Betway Esports odds, 1.25 to Lucid Dream, 3.55 for Alpha Red. If you're a betting man, those numbers make sense. But you know what doesn't make sense is what we've been seeing in the server so far, Pilly. It's been just insanity.
It has been. The AWPers have been going absolutely nuts, but I have to say that overall I feel like Alpha Red's been getting a little better of the equation, particularly in the mid-round, and with how they're using their flashes and utility, with some of the mid-round pushes the riflers are making, in particularly when they find an advantage, the way that they're sort of posturing themselves, playing quite passively and punishing some of the ways that the T-side can get back in the round, like when they found that man advantage over towards mid and just played passive towards murder hole and closed it out. I liked what I was seeing from Alpha Red. It made a little bit more sense than PTC just running out and killing everyone, although the real big turning point in that round, and the fact that really worries me, is that I feel like if Olivia hadn't hit those 4 shots over towards the B bomb site, and if sense was made, those C's edged half by and the B execute should have won Lucid that round. And I don't think we would have seen your boys over on Alpha Red had nearly as good an economy, have nearly as good of a run on that CT side as we did if that round had gone differently.
I completely agree, but if you look at the scoreline, 9-6 looks pretty close, right? But like you said, like a couple of shots not going the way of Alpha Red could have easily been 9-6 for Lucid Dream. And for those of you just tuning in, this is the second matchup of the day. The first matchup today was Boot Dreamscape completely demolishing Entity Esports.
They actually beat them so hard that Entity doesn't want to play in the league anymore, Blair.
Yeah, I even heard they are actually dropping out because of the ping issues. But the second matchup here, this has been a game of the day. Dust 2 was a barn burner. We had Lucid Dream who had a huge lead, but Alpha Red managing to mount the comeback. And this is the second map. This is a map from Lucid Dream, and Alpha Red have the 3-round lead. And let's see what they do on the T side.
You see what SDK just did? He's bought a decoy, thrown it into the window, bought another decoy, thrown it from spawn into a different spot. And now he's going back towards B to throw the window smoke and double flash over the top. 2 players here for Lucid Dream. Oh, actually, it's 3 players, and they got the boost on the balcony as well, but they get caught doing it, Blair.
Oh, that is just unfortunate timing, but QQ is still there. Oh no, he's missing shots. He doesn't miss shots, does he? Yes, he does. He's going to be caught on reloading. It's still alive, and everyone's going to fall. And Patricius, of course. This man is a one-man wrecking machine. He's looking for more. Don't fight him! But KNTZ will fight him and gets the kill in, and CBBK.
You got to get him out of there, Blair. You can't let him give him any room whatsoever and let him try to get back in the round, mate.
And CBBK seems to have betrayed his teammates. He's now showing as a terrorist on the overlay on the left-hand side. But he's in a 1v3. He's got utility, he's got a kit, he's got no arm, unfortunately, and KNTZ will make sure he has no life remaining as well. 10-6, Alpha Red will take the pistol round, and that, if they play this right, they can easily go to a 12-6 lead here.
Honestly, mate, that is actually a huge pistol round for them to be winning, because you think about the way that CT side economy functions. You're putting your boys over on Lucid Dream in a world where PTC, how long is it going to take for him to get the AWP up? They're going to have 2k this round. If they save, they're going to have 4k next round and have one of those weird buys where they have M4s and a couple of pieces of utility, which on a map like Mirage can actually work a lot better for you than some other maps where you need as much money as possible. You need all the nades to stop the rush protocols. On Mirage, you can make a buy like that really work with some aggression towards some parts of the map, maybe a little bit of pressure on mid. But the way that it's working at the moment for Lucid Dream, I feel like I would sort of posture in a direction that gets the AWP into PTC's hands as soon as possible.
And that is something that
has he actually got 3k? No, he'll be able to glass cannon into the next round. If he's saved, actually, he's got multiple kills in the last round. He's held on to some of his money, so he should be able to glass cannon next round.
2400 coming in, right?
Yeah.
So they should be able to do that.
Actually, you can buy armor as well.
Yeah,
that's huge.
This is pretty good, yeah. And now look at this, fast play coming out, and KNTZ, he wants some frags. Merrill turns around. Can he get it right? Yes, he does. Eco banger over at Apartments, and that is going to be round number 11 for Alpha Red.
That's how I wish every Eco went, Blair. I'm sick of just watching them like either win, which is frustrating enough, but also just waste my time. I just want to see them get it over and done with so I can see more gun rounds.
You really value your time, don't you?
Who
doesn't? Well, there we go.
I guess PTC, because he could just let this one go and not frag everyone.
Was that a misthrow? Had to be.
Did his like wireless mouse just disconnect or something like that? That's what it looked like to me. Alpha Red, they're lining up this B execute, which is going to really limit how much PTZ can do in this round in particular.
Oh yeah, and just the M-Force here. Nice spray for CBBK, but he won't be able to get the transfer right. Kane is up with the reply, and WannaFly is there with that AUG of his. He's been kind of quiet so far in this game, and he just finds one before it gets taken down. Bomb will get planted. Now this retake is not going to be easy. They don't have a kit, but QQ just walks on out. He finds another frag. What an absolute madman, and it's all on Mayrolls. 1v3. Spots out a shadow. And it's going to be Patricius. Of course, he's not going to miss that shot. And a very, very fast retake. QQ just taking matters into his own hands.
Honestly, that was a masterful stroke in terms of a call from Alpha Red, though. That's something you'd see out of Astralis or a team of that nature, where you realise how poor the CT economy actually is, to the point where they can't afford the utilities to be able to slow you down on an execute towards B like that. So they got it into a 3-on-3. Could have even been a little bit more one-sided than that. And by all rights, Alpha Red should have came out with that round, but you know, QQ was just that X factor there for Lucid Dream. He finds the right timing and, you know, he's able to convert around that. In all honesty, Alpha Red, the call made sense. The play that they made was working out for them, but you can't really compensate for some of these players like PTC. Unbelievable. And he kills Olivia as well.
Well, okay.
The re-peaks, though, of course.
Of
yeah,
course.
Why would you?
I mean, why wouldn't you?
Round?
Why wouldn't you? You're getting killed when you peek out, so of course you go for the re-peaks. Would be the logic that Lucid Dream had. Unfortunately, the logic will fall flat on its face. Mayrolls manages to somehow convert that 5v3 to a 3v3. 2 beautiful kills, and he doesn't take too much of damage. He's still in 63 points of health. And you can see Alfred slowly walking it out towards A bomb site. Flank is coming in, but it might be a little too late here. Genius needs to do a lot of work. He smokes himself off, and they know exactly where he is. He looks the wrong way, he's still somehow alive, and he even gets a krill. They need to get this trade immediately. Mayrolls, triple kill for him, but look at the flank coming in from CBBK. He's got the FAMAS in his hands, he's got a kit. They have no idea, and they won't be expecting this coming in so quickly. Smoke still in place, though, and he spots at Fox. Headshot, and Mayrolls, he needs to get the ace clutch to win this one. He's got to come on out. The nade forcing him out, and WannaFly will ensure he does no more damage. 11-8. Still in favor of Alpha Red.
Is indeed. Is this another pause? Jesus. Come on, lads. It's a tactical this time rather than a technical. That might be the first tactical I've seen. Something tells me that Lucid Dream don't want to get losing this series. Because this could be actually the turnaround of the matchup. This could be where Alpha Red, they finally turn the tides of getting... They're sick of getting wrecked by these Lucid Dream lads. And not to mention, Alpha's on an upward trajectory as a team at the moment.
Yeah.
Lucid is as well, though. I mean, they just qualified for Dallas, so both teams, I mean, it's good to see. It's good to see Thai CS is moving in a positive direction. I'm enjoying watching this. I thought it was going to be pretty one-sided. I thought it was going to be your boys on Lucid Dream just coming away with it, but we'll see how it goes. They are perfectly fine at the moment. Just got to deflect this anti-eco and get themselves a little bit closer to Alpha Red's round count. Nice sort of run boost out mid.
QQ sticks around.
There,
oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Mayrolls finds QQ, picks up an AUG, and they don't have a kit to work with. But look at the control they have. They have control of the jungle, and then you have Mirage just floating around towards short. Finally, Genius does reply back. They're gonna get the boost in, and it's no one covering KNTZ with the Glock.
Yeah, but mid.
Sorry, with a P250 in fact.
Mid's not the bomb side, Blair. So as long as Lucid just chill, they don't go and hunt Alpha too heavily, and they just sit in some good positions with these rifles, then they should be totally fine. But the second that one of them gets a little bit too antsy, holds his movement keys in the wrong direction, things can get very upsetty.
Thing is, how patient can Lucid Dream be, right? When you have no information, just holding angles, they start getting a little paranoid, and that's what's happening here. They're going to be playing pairs in the sides, which is a fair thing to do, right? It's going to be against pistols, and when you have 4 rifles, it can really work in your favor. CBBK finds Piraj just spraying through the smoke, thinking there's someone there, and Katie's really desperately wants his peek. But look at WannaFly. He has not budged an inch. He's making sure there is no flank coming in from the T towards who is playing towards jungle. And I agree with you. They've just played this safe and smart. Haven't really gone for anything too crazy. Genius will have no trouble finding Fox, who was anyway very low indeed. But KNTZ, he finds a frag. He's going to cross on over, and Wannafly gets the kill in return, leaving it all on STK. What can he possibly do? 10 seconds, he's got to get the bomb down, and that's not going to happen. Genius will smack him in the face. Sit down, son. 9-11. It looked a little scary, but Lucid Dream hold on.
See if Mirage is going to drop an AWP puncher over to Olivia. No, they're just going to rely on the rifle core. Interesting to see. See what the approach is going to be for Alpha Red in this round in particular. Lucid Dream, pretty decent economy across the board, apart from CBBK, who wasn't dropped a gun for some reason, so he's not going to have any utility. Hopefully he's not playing an important position there. Blair, and this is a quick palace pop from Alpha Red.
Will it work out? The flashbang's not going to blind anyone, but Genius not able to get the shots in. He still continues to fight, and he's going to get taken down. He was all alone, no trades taking place. QQ with a little bit of an off boost, trying to use the gap in the two smokes, and I'm still surprised people still go for this particular smoke on top of stairs, which has such a big flaw in that gap over there. But somehow they will get the bomb down. They have taken damage in the form of health, but man advantage still with Alpha Red as this retake is well on its way.
Are they saving, or are they waiting for this player to flank? Oh my god, Olivia's found himself in the perfect position. All the other guys just need to hold on and wait.
He strikes, he's looking for more. Getting a little too overeager. It's still a 3v2. It's still winnable for both the teams, but now it's all on the last man. Wannafly, 1v2, and KNTs that will spray him down through the boxes. Alfred, they strike back, 12-9.
Yeah, good change up of the pace from Alpha Red there, but you can't help but feel like if Genius finds and takes advantage of those two opportunities he was given, that could have been a completely different round on the retake from Lucid Dream. You'd be looking at a 2-for-1 situation that Genius would be able to get, then all the lads would be able to come in on the retake in the 4-on-3 and make that one a lot more convincing. So really is just Genius, a player who I give a lot of credit to for his mechanical skill, missing some pretty key shots in that round in my opinion. Big hinging point. And now Alpha Red well and truly into their, I guess, flow, on the T side, heading forward into a good scoreline on this T half, which really limits the amount of opportunities that Lucid Dream have to be able to get back into the game and make sure that they can keep this one nice and close and they don't get blown out of the series.
I've never seen so many tactical timeouts called in a Thai matchup ever. They really, this game really means a lot to both the teams.
Here's the thing though. If Alpha Red win this one, and then Lucid Dream go and play boot in this group, a team that's beaten them in that Sydney qualifier, like reverse swept them, and they're not able, like this is a very important game for Lucid Dream to be able to win in this group. If they go down to Alpha Red, this could be a really weird situation where they might not actually go through this group despite being one of the strongest teams in the region.
Well, CBK for a moment there, he saw a butt and it's like, that butt is mine, but then PTC completely destroying them. Can we just point out that we've been praising PDC and Olivia, and never mind, what is going on?
Don't praise anyone, play. It's all
what's going on
again.
What have I done?
Stop praising people. They're forgetting. That's exactly what the problem is. It's like, you know, those very, very controlling, like pressuring parents. The second that you let your kid off the hook, he stops studying and they forgets to do all the things he's meant to be doing.
What are you even talking about?
Well, they died to the pistols there. They didn't play the anti-eco, right?
All right, so despite a scare there, Alpha Red will manage to hold on. I wanted to just point out the fact that even though Mr. PTC Patricius for Lucid Dream is sitting on 25 frags, KNTZ, quietly, he's actually top ranking for his team as well. Yep. Although Olivia has had all the flashy kills. KNTZ has been the rock of this team so far on this map.
Mirage as well was doing a great job on the CT side, getting some important kills on the T side as well. SDK is not really doing much of anything, but always plenty of opportunities. Again, the palace pop comes out.
Oh, this is fast and furious. Look at the pace coming out, and now they know what Genius is. That AUG not able to do too much damage. Although that being said, Fox and KNTZ are pretty low, but they're going to hunt down Genius. They're not giving him any room to work with QQ. Finally, the boost does work out. He finds one. That's a bomb dropped. Is that dropped on the box?
Yeah, it's actually dropped on top of the box, which is going to give CBBK a lot more time to flank, because it's going to take them ages to retrieve this bomb and get it down. He's going to go towards Palace as well. Lucid just waiting for him, all playing very, very passively, waiting for Alpha Red to overextend. This is a fantastic spot for Lucid.
Fantastic spot indeed, and they will not be expecting this play from CBBK, and he could just strike like a cobra. In the dead of the night, they're waiting to make a play. They have so much utility as well. A Molotov that being tossed in towards Toast Ninja over there. Wannafly finds a kill on KNTZ. And now CBBK will strike, and it will all fall in quick succession. It is going to be 13-10. Lucid Dream will get a double digits. And more importantly, they really have the dual op setup now. And they keep 4 players alive.
They do. That's great for the economy. I don't think Alpha Red's going to be going back towards A anytime soon. So they're going to have to start making things work towards this middle area, or maybe go towards that B, execute again. Or they could just be absolute madmans and fully embrace the Asia CS and just go straight for the Palace Pop in the following round. As soon as it doesn't work, do it again. Oh, well, it's going to be the A execute, actually. They're going to try and make that work with the pistols. They're going to need to go pick up the bomb, though. That's going to be a pretty important part of the strategy, I would imagine, Blair.
Yeah, that would be, I would assume, a very important screw in this particular machine of an execution. They have the 3 smokes, they have the 2 Molotovs and 3 flashbangs, so it's not going to be like a fake or anything. They will have to go for a full commit. They have no utility apart from that. The smoke's going to be blooming. They're going to be coming out the second the smokes are deployed. A nice counter Molotov. They're delaying them for a couple of seconds, but a huge gap in that CT smoke. That's not going to be something they planned for unless Genius blocked it by his body. I'm not too sure. Bomb gets planted though, and now it is going to be a 5v4 as QQ does manage to get a kill.
This is a great approach from Lucid. The only thing that's incorrect is to get too antsy up against these pistols. So nice patient play coming out from them. But KNTZ, pretty good position. I don't know if he's going to be able to win the round, but he can definitely do some more damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no! He does get a defuse in time. Gets a shank in. Unfortunately, sometimes you got to shank it a little bit deeper. 13-11, Lucid Dream somehow managing to claw themselves back into this game again.
Really hope you're not speaking from experience there, Blair, but I'm just going to breeze past that one and move very quickly on because I'm honestly a little unsettled. And now Alpha Red, another buy into this round off the back of the bomb plant there. Some pretty decent damage as well, but for the most part, Lucid Dream's economy is still doing absolutely fine. Nice little mix-up here. Might actually catch SDK off guard very quickly. Oh man, the timing.
He sees a shadow.
He does.
But he probably thinks it's a bait as well. It's a mind games upon mind games. Like, he's trying to bait me out.
I don't think he thinks he's that smart, to be honest.
Are you calling him stupid?
No. I didn't. I was saying that Patricius was calling him stupid.
Well, PTC, he's not going to budge from there. He's just got to hold that angle. He sees the shadow, and he's like, what is that? You just peeked. What is
happening? I can't take this anymore, mate. Can I just go home? Can you close this one out for me?
Look, I can do it if you want me to, but this is just so...
Imagine if he... like, I know that he doesn't know, but it's just so funny that he's keeping both these players here for, like, over 50 seconds while all the other lads work.
Who's gonna blink? Who's gonna blink first? He's even crouched down. He's not getting out of here anytime soon.
There's the smokes into middle from Alpha Red, though, as they go to take this middle control. KNTZ is going to put some pressure on Connector while the other guys take control of mid. I got to commentate. Nothing's happening here, Blair. I got to commentate what's going on.
Oh,
mate.
He moves. He budges.
Oh, and then he leaves. That's actually so smart. He kept them there the entire round, both of them, and he's like, all right, well, now my teammates have taken mid.
But does he know that? Does he know that? He kept them occupied.
But accidental genius, and that's actually worked so good.
Oh, no! He doesn't check the corner and finally gets taken down. And then walking into the slaughter, QQ is just dismantling them, and he picks up the quad kill.
What the hell was that, Blair? I thought that was going to work so good. He kept both of those players so close to that A area as I start to really lose my voice. And then the rest of Alpha Red, they take middle control, but unfortunately they run into the meat grinders of, you know, QQ and all the lads on Lucid Dream. Even if you run a pretty decent strategy, it doesn't matter what the hell are they doing. He's gone down to 500. Olivia, do you know how much money you're getting next round, mate?
Doesn't look like Olivia gives a damn.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there we go.
If he did, he wouldn't be hitting such good shots.
Yeah, that's a team flash right there, and they're going to come charging out. The AK-47 going to work. He will finally get taken down, but the AWP is there, but the Caesar, this is what we expected, and now Genius over the AWP though, and it's beautiful stuff coming out from Genius, managing to land 2 quick headshots back-to-back, because if Olivia landed that AWP shot, I would have started to believe once more. And like you said, the money is completely, utterly wrecked for Mirage, aka Olivia, because everyone else on his team can go for a very solid buy, and he's stuck on 3,500. Although, if I was his team, I would probably drop him the AK-47. Instead, they're going to be like, no, you're going to get punished for this, boy. You're going to be playing with the Galil.
He's one of their most dangerous players, and just because he wants an extra bit of armor, an extra bit of utility on that force buy with the CZ, now he doesn't have access to an AK-47, which in his hands could honestly do a lot of damage. Alpha Red now looking very one-dimensional on this T side play. They're just going back to B for like what feels like the millionth time in a row. They haven't really been able to take much mid control unless it's off the back of STK just showing his shadow towards A ramp, which is probably not very sustainable. So another execute towards B. CBBK still got a full belt of utility. Wanna still got a smoke to drop, so we'll see how this goes for him.
Oh, the timing. Oh, he can. Oh,
just the one. Oh my god.
That was sharp. That was sharp from CBBK. 2 quick kills, barely taking any damage, and just holding the angle, playing this to perfection. 3rd kill for CBBK. 3 headshots. Will he find more? No, he won't. Mirage will finally take him down. And Wanafly missing a pretty easy shot. The double peek comes in. Very well played by SDK and Mirage, but are they expecting the 2 players coming in from B apartments is the question. And now, Mirage spots one. Does he know there's another one? He doesn't know, and he's going to have to go. Switches over. Patricius is going to take him down, leaving it all on SDK, who will walk onto his death. And Lucid Dream, ladies and gentlemen, are back in the game.
They are indeed. It just feels like Alpha Red. It's the same thing as what Lucid Dream's T side was on the T side of Dust 2, right? They're not running the protocols, they're not running down the checklist of taking certain parts of the map that are important. They're just trying to force their way out onto this bomb site. It's very, very one-dimensionally, and it's not really working out for them. My roles, he's bought a Deagle and then bought an AK, so he's got no armor, and they're just going to try to run out Palace again. It's going to be Patricius playing retake with that AWP, which is a scary prospect in itself, exactly for that reason, Blair.
Well, oh, wait, what? What? Okay, never mind. He's got to get the kill. Jesus Christ. Alright. What do you do when Mr. PDC stops missing any shot? Like, that's insane. 15 rounds for Lucid. How many did it win in a row? I think it was 13-8 at one point.
I'd have to check it. Check the scoreboard. He's got 32 frags, Blair. PTC's got 32 frags, mate.
And that is insane because the second highest, scorer in his team is QQ in 21. And in the meantime, for Alpha Red, we have both Mirage and KNTZ who are like in the high 20s, and the rest of the team's actually done pretty well as well. So literally, Patricius has kept them in this map.
Yeah, but Olivia's slowed down so much since the CT side. He had like 19 kills or something on CT. And on T, he's done very, very little, and he's, misbuying. Regardless, KNTZ is someone who's not slowing down as much. He finds a pick towards underpass, which is the first talking point Alpha Red has had for quite a while, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be able to convert this round, Blair.
It is a good sign that it's QQ who has definitely been a thorn in their side, especially towards Connector, where he's been like pretty much solo holding that area, that part of the map. And with him down, that's definitely gonna be a problem for Lucid Dream here. They want to close this one out. They have 2 rounds to make it happen. 16-13 and 16-14. They want to take the map number 3. For Alpha Red, they only have to fight for overtime, and which is very much viable as well. They can just need to win these 2 rounds here. But the problem is the utility is almost depleted. They have 1 smoke and 3 flashbangs remaining.
So they've got this mid control, which is good, but mid is not the bomb site. So the question is this going to cause some kind of a never mind? Wanafly? He's looking in the perfect place at the perfect time.
And that's a tell right there. They know where it's going to be 100%. Happening.
It is. Yep, that's correct.
Although. Oh no, Merles! You don't flirt with Patricius like that. That's a dance macabre. That's a dance at that. You're gonna die. And now SDK, Fox, and KNTZ left in a 3v4. SDK somehow managed to walk on through somehow. And the bomb's going to get planted, and he gets a kill. And that was a 3v3, and it's all on Patricius. The PDC, the beast with the AWP. He has been a force to be reckoned with. The flick shot. He gets the tag, and his teammate finishes him off. CBBK with the frag, and it's all on Fox towards Connected. CBBK, is he aware of this? Yes, he is. Gets the kill. All on SDK. This is going to be impossible for him to pull on out. He finds one. And, well, it's going to be Wanafly to put him out of his misery. Lucid Dream will take their map pick. What a comeback from them on the CT side. 16-13. Alpha Red, they came so very close to close it out, but it is going to go to a final deciding map here.